Hey there everyone, it's me, Frank, the Blockbuster guy. I'd like to welcome you guys back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics Journey to 5. Where we last left off, I fought some skeletons by the front of the castle. Took a little bit longer than expected, but it went by okay. So right now, I'm gonna go through my equipment, check my abilities, and see what I can learn. And while I'm doing that, I guess I can explain to you guys real quick, since if you haven't noticed it so far, I'm actually using a different microphone today. Now, the reason why I'm using a new microphone, well, I wouldn't say new microphone, this is actually my older microphone I used when I first started the YouTube channel. It's been a while since I've used it, since my headset, I've pretty much had a mic on that, and I've been mostly using that, because, I have both in one, headset and mic. Now, that microphone isn't as strong as the headset itself, because the headset is amazing, but the mic wasn't that great. No, it's good and it sounds great, especially talking to people, but from what I've kind of noticed is that I have to have it really close to do the recording, and by doing that, occasionally you'll hear me breathe way too much. Well, you might not have to, since most times when I get to editing, I try to pretty much clear out that breathing as much as I can, and if it can't be, completely taken out, it's pretty reduced. And honestly, using this microphone, it actually, even though it sounds a little faded in and out, it's more clear than the headset mic, so I'm going to take a break on that mic and just use this one for a little while to see how it works. If it sounds better, and, less breathing in general, if you guys like it, I'll continue using this microphone here on out. Aside from that, I'm going to equip everyone with the Move 5 item, because you know what? If it's free, I'm pretty sure they intended for anyone to just equip this, since it probably will come in handy anyway. I'll learn the move the JP up for everyone probably by the after this battle or whatever is afterwards. If there's like any random battles, I'll definitely utilize that off screen. But yeah. I'm gonna try not to talk too much on the cutscenes. Well, not necessarily. You pretty much invite all of them in. I think he just broke the fourth wall. Looks like Cloud's getting straight to the point. this kind of has me a little bit curious. So, hypothetically, when it comes to the Metal Gear series, when it comes to the timeline, that is, what time could this take place if this were to connect into this game? Like, what Solid Snake would this be? Would this be Snake from Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, a little bit after 2? Because I get that Liquid Snake was like the main, pretty much villain for the first game, and then Ocelot took over pretty much from there onwards. So, if you guys know anything, let me know in the comments down below. I'm pretty curious. Another fourth wall joke. I'm kind of curious to see how many fourth wall jokes this game's gonna have. Now, when I really think about it, I don't think I've ever seen any jokes about the Final Fantasy Tactics character portrait arts when it comes to the no nose thing. Never really seen that before in the community, so kudos, mod team. And yeah, I'm being actually kind of serious. Like, I've never seen any jokes about the character portraits not having noses before. So this is kind of like a first for me. Because honestly, like it's something I don't think anyone really would notice that much at all because it just fits the art style so well. But enough about that. Looks like Link pretty much has bad reception in the area. He really needs to upgrade to that 4G plan. Alright, guess we got our first little quest in mind. Gotta save the princess. We're going into a flashback? Let's see. Ah, I guess they are. Pretty much in this cutscene, it's pretty much showing off how Cloud was introduced into the Final Fantasy Tactics universe. Like, you know, if you haven't played the original game, this is how pretty much how it happens. So Mustadio's father, Mustadio, pretty much make a machine, and it had a reaction to this particular stone, which summons Cloud. It's one of my favorite side quests in the game, and I find it really, really ironic that it can completely be skipped if you choose not to buy the one gold flower from Eris or Earth, like well the Tactics universe of them. And if you just choose not to buy that flower, you lose the entire subquest of getting Cloud, the Materia Sword, and all the awesomeness of having Cloud Strife in your party. I actually have a friend that actually happened to him. My next door neighbor, Jeremy. Like, his first playthrough of Tactics, he decided not to spend one of his gold coins for that flower because he was being a little bit too greedy. And whenever I pretty much asked him why, he pretty much in defense, he would say he had little money at that time. And I already knew he was bullshitting, but I find that so hilarious. Like, he lost all that quest opportunity just because he was being stingy about spending his gold. But, I mean, sure, he regretted it right afterwards, but yeah. It still gets me, like, good kicks just mentioning it to him every now and then. Ah, here comes Halma. Like the new outfit and character portrait? Way to be bold, Dante. Ooh. Ooh. What a drag. When you think about it, it does make kind of sense. I mean, have you not seen the beard and sideburns Ramza has? It's pretty obvious he's been doing some time. I'm just kidding. Hmm. Chapter 1. Fates Intertwined. Let's save it here real quick. Probably didn't see that coming. I mean, it was pretty obvious there would be another battle, but still. Well, it's time to get the battle pose. I still get a kick on the fact that all the battle poses. It's hilarious. Alright, so while I'm doing this, I guess I can go back to talking about the microphone. So, overall, when it comes to this podcast, when it comes to this microphone, I've had it since I first started my YouTube channel. My friend Steven bought it for me initially when I first started doing YouTube, which is really nice of Steve. Shout out. And the thing is, I've always had a hard time adjusting the mics and the settings, so I'm not that great at setting these things up. So, pretty much in my first couple videos, the audio wasn't perfect. But then again, in my other videos, in general, my future ones, they weren't that great either, but they're just a little bit better. Huzzah! Now, this mic, it's called the ODDCAST, which is a nice little name Steve came up with. It fits it pretty well. So, pretty much, I've been a little comfy using this mic. Like, I like it a lot more than the other mic, because it's not so close to my face. And, like, you know, the less breathing onto the mic, the better, honestly. And I'm hoping maybe at some point I can get it to where I really like the mic settings. Because, like, I'm still not used to this new microphone yet. But, yeah. I think I can get used to it. Now, pretty much why I haven't really uploaded in a while again. I made this little quote I wanted to do in like 1 week, a new LP video, or 2 or 3. But I foolishly did that when the finals were up. And oh boy, I spent multiple days studying for both of them. And I got sidetracked by other things that had to happen. And yeah, the finals are done. I'm enjoying my little 9 days off, a little summer vacation before the new semester. I'm gonna take it a little bit easier though, so it won't be that bad. Just to take one class. Pretty simple, pretty nice. Won't be too much work like last semester. I'm gonna do this real quick. Let's see what else to talk about real quick. Oh, that's right. I'm actually going to be going to MegaCon for the first time this year. I'm a little excited because like I've never been to MegaCon before. It's been one of the things I've been wanting to do for a very long time. Because like the chance to actually meet Stan Lee would be such an amazing thing. Because honestly, one of the things I've been wanting to do for a long time, aside from just meeting the guy, like I want to ask him, will the series Ultimo ever get a animated series? And if you're unaware what Ultimo is, a good amount of years ago, Stan Lee pretty much did a collaboration, and he actually made a manga. It's about this guy and a puppet called Ultimo. It's about revolving a lot of other puppets, and it's a lot of battling. Like, I haven't read the series in a very long time since like they first appeared on the Shonen Jump books as previews, and it looked very intriguing. I never kept up with it, but it looks really nice. And I've always been curious if there'll ever be like an animated series for it. And honestly, since I'm going, it might be a cool thing to see, just maybe. If Stan Lee was ever considered that in the past. I mean, I don't know if he has the power to make these things happen, but you never know. It's Stan Lee. Can't, doubt the power. Yeah. Aside from that, like, I don't think I'm gonna be going to SuperCon this year because, like, I'm gonna spend most of my budget at MegaCon. And I just, aside from that, like, I guess the reason why is I haven't really been I guess, happy with the decisions my brother's been making lately. Like, when he moved SuperCon to the Miami Beach area, it was for understandable reasons. Like, SuperCon throughout the last several years has grown so big, it would make sense to get an area big enough to hold enough people. Like, the first year that the area, I had a kind of a horrible time, but it got better the next year. The next year there was amazing. What I really liked about it is like they took all the criticism of the first year, they made it a lot better. I mean, they made it much more better. No, I mean, they improved a lot. I need to work on my grammar. But then again, even with all the improvements, there were still really bad stuff. Like, still a lot of stupid stuff with the security. Like, and their stupid rules, man. But yeah, I guess one of the main reasons why I decided I don't want to go is that every other convention that he has held at the Doubletree Hotel, he's now moving it to Fort Lauderdale. And honestly, I'm not much of a fan of going to Fort Lauderdale. There are only two places I really like going to when it comes to going to Fort Lauderdale's. First place is Dave's, the comic book shop. And the second place is Danny's music shop. That's it. Those are the only two places, because like I really don't like Fort Lauderdale that much. Honestly, when it comes to those cons, I may or may not go to them again. I mean, I'll still go to them, but not as often. And aside from all those reasons, there's one last reason why I might not go at all. And that reason is because my budget is limited. And aside from that limited budget, like I'm not too sure what I would spend at MegaCon. I mean, sure, a good portion may go to me meeting Stan Lee, but like if I don't spend that much, there is a possibility of going to SuperCon. But there's a high chance I just might not want to go. May 9th, I have a whole new semester, and technically with MegaCon, it takes place in like the early, like the mid, not the early, like the mid 20s, and who's to say around that time I might have a test coming around, which it's possible, and like I'm crossing my fingers by the Wednesday I go, and hopefully by the Monday I come back, there will be no test. Now, when it comes to SuperCon, that's all the way in June. I'm pretty sure I would probably have an exam by that point. And honestly, I just don't know if I want to deal with it this year. Like, I have no hotel plan set up. If I can't get a hotel setup plan or something in mind by mid-May, then there's honestly no point in bothering, because the area in general, like, you don't want to just basically just go to that convention area and have no place to crash. Because honestly, I've done it before just by mostly roaming around, exploring the area, going to party here and there, play some pool, hang out at a bar for the most of the night. It can be a fun time if you have a friend, but it is not a good area to just be by yourself, especially in a cosplay. Because that area can be full of a lot of crazy people. I remember the last time I actually did that in that area, like it was like the first time that convention was held at Miami Beach, and I don't know why, but doing it the 4th of July week was like a terrible time to do it because there's so many people out there drunk. So pretty much I decided to just be all macho and do as I normally would do sometimes at some conventions, where I would just go, and if I didn't have a hotel set up, I would just wait it out throughout the night and sleep a little at the con. Which, granted, doing that at conventions like the Doubletree Hotel, from my experiences from doing it, has not been that bad because it's very friendly towards con people. And there's a nice lounge area you can just wait and chill at for as long as you want. And when it comes to the SuperCon area, it's not the same case. Boy, was I not thinking that day. Like, I walked around, I saw a lot of people just drunk, unconscious on the floor, and pretty much I met some other people from the con. They're waiting out as well since they didn't have any setup, and we pretty much explored pretty much the city. It was fun. Got to go to a bar here and there, learn how to play pool, even though I still sucked at it, and I got to enjoy the night. But that doesn't mean I recommend it. It's not a smart thing to do. It's stupid. It's not a safe area, and you're better off with your 8 hours of sleep. Because honestly, when you're going to such a big convention like SuperCon where it's extremely crowded, you're gonna need all the energy you're gonna get. So you need your 8 hours of sleep. I think I've rambled enough about convention stories from the past. But overall though, for me when it comes to convention stories, like I have so many to tell, like from funny to good to bad, just plain old embarrassing. Like I could talk about a convention story for like hours sometimes. And yeah, I hope I can share some more in the future, like maybe a better one than this story because it wasn't that great. And I guess I'm gonna be a little quiet for a while and just focus on the battle. Can I risk it? Should I have risked it? Come on, Bartholomew. Good shot. But that's not bad, that's better than 50. Ugh. Of course. Thank you. Okay, that was not the right idea. Oh, I sure saw it coming. This time. Twice in a row. Okay, that's not bad. One knight down, one more to go, and just an archer. But pretty much, I think this battle was already in the bag. Keep this guy at bay. Are you? Okay. No. I should have seen that coming yet again twice. Today is not my day. Perfect. Choices. Finish him. This battle's in the bag, but it might take some time. Might as well not make the same mistake for a third time. I'll take the downs. I'm loving the dialogue in this game. Behind him. Gotta give him some MP, some words of encouragement. I can't believe he actually blocked that. He's gonna actually do it. Come on, finish him. Do it. Come on. Take a one for the team, Cloud. Alright, that about does it. The battle was done. Successful. Might not have been perfect. I made a few mistakes here and there, but hey, we did it. Let's savor that victory. Kinda get a sword in my potions. I'll take it. Alright. I'm gonna call it here, you guys. Thank you guys watching. I'm the Blockbuster guy, and I'll catch you guys later. Catch ya!